Let's go to some tweets before we get on out of here for the weekend because I got a lot to do this weekend. So this will probably be the last time you see me for a little bit. At Sports Guy Sean Zero writes, that's Stephen A. Smith. If the Goon Squad had LeBron James as their sixth man and the Monstars had MJ as their sixth man, both in their prime, who's winning in a game to 21? Well, I'm always going to go MJ. I mean, that's just your way of asking me about MJ compared to LeBron. I'm always going to go MJ. The only edge I will give LeBron James is longevity. No one has ever been this good for this long. But LeBron at his best against MJ at his best, I'm going with MJ. I'm going with MJ, especially if they had to guard each other. I'm definitely going against MJ. Definitely going against MJ, just so you know. Next tweet, please. At NBA World 24, right, Stephen A., who do you think will take the biggest leap next year in the NBA? You know, if I had to pick a sleeper, I would pay attention to Sacramento. You can't say a big leap because Minnesota was already in the conference finals. So I understand that. I think we got to pay attention to Orlando. Paolo Banchero is the real deal. It's a tough one. Got to think about it, but I would tell you off the top of my head, I mean, even though we expected stuff from them and they ended up losing to the Knicks in the first round, I think with Paul George there and Philly retaining Kelly Oubre, Tyrese Maxey, still having Joel Embiid. I think Philly. I wouldn't be surprised at all if they end up in the NBA Finals. I'm not saying that's going to happen over my Knicks now. Don't let my Knicks get got Mikal Bridges, kept Anunoby, still got Brunson and DiVincenzo and Josh Hart. Don't let my Knicks get a legitimate big man. Don't you do it. Julius Randle come back. Don't you let my Knicks get a legitimate big man there. It's going to be on and popping. But until then, I got to look at Philadelphia 76ers. Can't ignore it. I would say them. I would say them. Next tweet, please. Give it to me. At NBA 77 Younger, right? Stephen A. Smith, Shaq versus Gobert at 5 foot each. Who you picking? I'm going to pick Shaq all day, every day. Because Shaq was a monster. Gobert is formidable defensively. He would have had no answer for Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal would have shoved him aside like toilet, like paper. Okay? And Gobert don't have that kind of offensive repertoire to his game. Shaq looked to destroy and demoralize you. Kobe once said it. Shaq was a mean dude on the basketball court. That jolly giant that you see on television and, you know, joking around and dancing around, who's comical and funny as hell, that ain't the dude that was on the basketball court. On the basketball court, he was a man-child. He was Sergeant Harris's son. Move out the way. I'm here to destroy you. Don't stand in my path. That's Shaq. Him and Gobert, even size. Shaq, all day, every day. Next tweet, please. Give it to me. At DV0NCH. I don't know what the hell that stands for. Stephen A. Smith, are ghosts real in your opinion, or is it nonsense? I never think about it. I know that there's certain things that are spooky. You know, you look at a house that looks haunted and stuff like that, spooky. You hear, you know, sounds and stuff like that. Yo, there's this hotel. I'm not going to say the name because I don't want to get sued. But there's this hotel in the Bay Area. It's not me, but my assistant, my bodyguard, some of my colleagues, they left the hotel. They were scared. They were hearing noise. They thought they were seeing things. Now, it didn't bother me. I didn't see anything. I wasn't worried about it. They hear the slightest little noise. Like one of my boys, because he's such a chicken, I always mess with him. I do that Friday the 13th sound. You just hear that sound. Oh, it's it. That Friday the 13th kind of sound. when you hear Jason creeping up on you or something like that. I do that to him because she's such a chicken when it comes to that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It don't faze me like that. You know, I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Dun, 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 dun. Who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. Ow! Now, I like that movie. I like that song. But my latest memory of Ghostbuster is when lightweight contender Frank Martin, they call him the Ghost, right? And he stepped into the ring. And he came in there first. If you remember, before Javante Davis came out, they were playing Ghostbuster. Ghostbuster, who you gonna call? Ghostbuster, you know? He was mocking him, telling him, I'm gonna kick your ass, I'm gonna knock you out. And then laughed walking into the ring. And sure enough, knocked him out. That's just the way it goes, you know what I'm saying?